You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
What if I was to tell you guys that there are actually female athletes that do not like that they actually have to have a sex test to compete? Now, folks, we know that World Athletics has said, all right, if you want to be eligible to actually play in women's sports, all you need to do is a once-in-a-lifetime cheek swab. Nothing more. This is to actually keep males out of female sports. We have seen the invasion, folks. We talked about the Amin Khalifs, the Linguteens, and we've seen other transgenders actually injure women in sports. All you need to do is take the test. Nothing more. Now, to be fair, there's been I believe 37 women, Canadians we're actually talking about here, that's actually took the test. They don't have anything to worry about. But still, you have some female athletes that are complaining. And guess what? They don't agree with the policy. How is it, folks, that these people don't want to keep men out of their sports? They don't care. Now, this one particular athlete is actually talking about her training regimen. Interrupted. It's an inconvenience. She's complaining about it. Folks, I guess she didn't like a person just swabbing her cheek, or she actually had trouble arranging the test. But she's actually calling it evasive. Invasive. Really? Folks, I'll never forget, man. When I went to the Navy, I'll never forget, guys. I showed up to boot camp late at night. They actually pick you up at O'Hare Airport in Chicago late at night. You get to Great Lakes. That's where Navy boot camp is. And I'll never forget when I had to take the drug test, folks. Usually when you take a drug test, once you're in the fleet, because they do drug test you, you just go to the urinal, somebody stands by the door, you do your thing, that's it. But no, when you're in boot camp, guys, guess what? You drop your pants, you have a little cup, and they want to make sure that it's actually your urine. So they're standing there watching you, and you're going to piss inside that cup, and you actually walk towards the urinal. That way they know that's actually your urine right there. That was the most strange test ever. And by the way, when you're in a Navy boot camp, guess what? You're showering butt naked. Community showers, guys, with a whole bunch of men. Wouldn't feel comfortable with a female in there. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive into this, guys. Here we go. Right over here. Invasive gene tests by World Athletics causing headaches for athletes before World Championships. 2 Canadians have training disrupted while scrambling to meet September 1st deadline. Well, I'm sorry. You actually have time to actually take this test. I mean, they got notice early in August. Okay, so they had time. It's just like NFL athletes, they do train in the off season and they get notified, hey, you got to take a test. It is what it is. But these people, man, they're complaining about it. Now, I think right here it does say that the August 13th message stated that the saliva test, cheek swab, the athlete and other females took at the recent national championships in Ottawa to be eligible for competition at the Worlds did not comply with World Athletics requirements. Okay. Now, September 1st is deadline, so you got time. The athlete, who CBC Sports agreed to keep confidential for fear of reprisal, had already traveled to Europe, where she planned to train for a month. This is what she said, quote, I went to the gym an hour and a half after reading the email because I was on the phone trying to figure out what to do to make sure I was eligible for Worlds, she said. Do I have to fly to a different country to get the test? It's illegal in the country where I'm training. Travel is low, the stress is load. It's a bit annoying, especially when I don't agree with this policy. Yeah, she doesn't agree with the policy. So I'm assuming, she's perfectly okay with a male invading her sport. This is actually for your own good. It's going to protect you. It's going to keep the men out of your sport. But she doesn't agree with the policy. Wow. Maybe you actually need to find a different sport or something. Maybe she does. Down here it says, in a previous statement from Dynacare, it says, Athletics Canada provided Dynacare with saliva samples for testing. Dynacare identified blood samples were required, not saliva, and immediately recommended blood collection to meet the correct standards from World Athletics. Quote, it was a new process for Athletics Canada, and we had not provided this kind of testing for them previously. And like I said, the deadline is September the 1st. Says here about 37 Canadian female athletes are undergoing SRY gene testing via blood or swab by the end of August before the September 13th to 21 World Championships in Tokyo. Now, the SRY gene, which stands for Sex Determining Region Y gene, other words, the male gene, is found on the Y chromosome. Yeah, and if this was actually Man Khalif and this was boxing, he would fail. He would fail. So I don't know, man, why these athletes are really, really complaining so much. I mean, this is ridiculous, man. Look here. It says here, the first Canadian athlete noted it gives her pause when a community of scientists are concerned about the steps World Athletics is taking. Quote, I feel the test is invasive. The rollout of this policy has been a mess and has caused a lot of unnecessary stress for the federations like Athletics Canada and athletes to figure out how to get a test done. Wow. Folks, I don't know why these women actually feel like it's that bad. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad. It could be worse. I mean, World Athletics could actually say, you know what? Let's just eliminate the women's category, and we're just going to allow males just to invade women's sports. You have to identify as a female. Guess what? You guys will lose. You guys will lose. This is for your own good. It's one time. One time, that's it. And if you don't take the test, you got to take the test. If you don't take it, guess what? You can't participate. So what do you guys think of this, man? What do you guys make of these women whining and crying about this test? Maybe, just maybe, man, they actually want the invasion in their sport to continue by males. Maybe so. We definitely see these male athletes in track and field just dominate them. So that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.